Hello everyone, Dynamode here. Welcome to another episode of Obscure Fictional Media, where I cover topics about my favorite type of ladies portrayed in various forms of entertainment. Most notably from the least popular or unknown, because I like to find hidden gems in lost media. First character I'd like to talk about is the mysterious Rosalyn from Tribe Comics, debuted back in 1993, created by Todd Johnson and Larry Stroman. The publication of Tribe Comics were a subsidiary brand from Image Comics. When Tribe was released in 1993, it was well received by fans, selling over 1 million copies, making it the largest selling single issue of a Black American comic created by Black American creators. Despite its initial success, it was rather short-lived, which only ran for a few issues during the Image run, then continued under Access Comics, founded by Larry Stroman. Tribe having a total of 9 issues overall from both under Image and Access. There's not much data, history, or any other information publicized to track down to know what exactly happened, but it simply came down to work relationships between the two creators. As for Rosalyn, there isn't a lot of information about her, other than being known as the voluptuous beauty and member of the superhero movement based in New York City called, well, Tribe. Rosalyn stands at 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs about 150 pounds, with black hair and brown eyes. Her skills is that she's highly proficient in hand-to-hand combat. Her powers are also quite mysterious, but she's displayed to have superhuman strength, 9 vulnerability. Also, Rosalyn can transform into a godlike armored being with immeasurable power. But not much is known about this since the comic Tribe ended way too soon. So, here's an interesting piece of trivia about Rosalyn, is that she's always a topic of fan debate and easily the most popular character from Tribe. From every issue released and within the opening pages, you can see a black and white ink sketch pinup of her doing all sorts of provocative poses. Not only that, she's done a bit of a crossover story with Savage Dragon from Image Comics, another legacy character. Goddamn. Next up, we have Platinum from the American-Canadian cartoon series called Eek the Cat, which ran from 1994 to 1997, created by Steve Holland and Bill Cobb, that ran on Fox Kids Network, which that segment no longer exists. Eek the Cat, or Eek Extravaganza, is about an optimistic chubby house cat with good intentions, and is always trying to help those in need, though untrue due to his clumsy nature that winds up getting him into trouble and those around him. Eek the Cat is often chased by Sharky the Shark Dog, who is irritated by the sight of Eek. But in reality, we're here to talk about Platinum, who is actually a minor and recurring character throughout the show, and whom served as the love interest of Sharky as the occasional running gag. While Platinum only appeared in a total of 4 episodes, she made quite an impression because of her unique design, reflecting that of a popular live-action TV show during the early 90s, called American Gladiators, a sports-like competition show. Platinum can be described as a dark-skinned woman who has lengthy blonde hair with a muscular yet curvy physique. Her occupation obviously is a wrestler, which Sharky himself is a fan of, who wants to share his love with her, even though she doesn't return the affection, or just oblivious to it. Within the cartoon series, the wrestling announcers describe her as violent and thrashes anyone who steps into her ring, but also loves her fan and likes to put on a good show and gives them what they want. Even though Platinum's outfit can be considered as skimpy, it is done so on purpose to please the fans. Here's a fun piece of trivia about Platinum. This cartoon character, she is voiced by Cynthia Rothrock, who is a martial artist and film actress. You might see her in films such as Shanghai Express, who co-starred with Sammo Hung, and other action films such as Yes Madam in 1985, who co-starred with Michelle Yeoh. And now for the final character, Karako Koshio from the anime Deadman Wonderland, based on the shonen manga that came out in 2007, where its anime debuted in 2011. Let me quickly sum up the premise. A natural disaster like an earthquake, it was so huge that it basically screws up society's basic infrastructure. 10 years later, to compensate for these problems, a privately operated prison called Deadman Wonderland was put into a mission that its very foundation was built over a long-abandoned theme park. The story revolves around Ganta Iragashi, 9th grade high schooler, of course, a survivor of the tragic earthquake and has amnesia, not surprising, who is now framed and put into the same prison, Deadman Wonderland, where inmates must compete these cruel death-trodden games for survival in front of tourists. It's where the prison gets most of their money from. Then we got something else hidden in the mix, from the public eye, called Carnival Corpse, which is a gladiator-like arena where prisoners fight to the death. Many of them possess manufactured powers called Branch of Sin. Anybody who got them are called the Deadman, which your boy Ganta and Karako has them too. It's an ability to control and move freely of your own blood. They're mostly used as weapons and create various objects. Then we got scientists experimenting on these people for political, wealth, and social gain. Alright, now back to Karako Koshio. She is a Deadman and former second-in-commander leader of Scar Chain. Scar Chain is a rebellion group within the prison system. Their objective was to oppose the prison and plan to leak the truth to the rest of the world. The leader of Scar Chain is named Owl, whom later Karako eventually falls in love with in an unspecific time. As for her backstory, not much is known about her, other than she used to work as a nurse in a hospital. It never really explained anything about how she ended up in Deadman Wonderland or how she met up with Owl. Her personality? She is depicted as tough, resilient, but she is also shown to be caring, compassionate, and nurturing due to her time as a nurse, and she always looked out the well-being for the members of Scar. Let's get on with her abilities. Unlike other Deadmen, Karako appears to have some fighting experience even before obtaining her Branch of Sin. Interesting to note that her Branch of Sin is called Fist of Blood, which complements her fighting capabilities. Karako uses her blood to encase her fists and feet, and in some situations, her entire body, for additional power and defense. She can also gather more blood than usual to create rock-like formations around her hand, allowing her to inflict massive damage. Well, any sort of trivia with her? Not exactly, other than being an attractive dark-skinned woman with white hair, with a slim yet well-toned curvaceous figure. But note on her clothes is that she appears to be almost Indian if you look at her overall aesthetics, her clothing, her top, her pants. Well, no more can be said about her because the anime ended a long time ago. That's about it for you guys. Thank you all for watching. Diamond Mode out.